Before we dive into the mysterious world of animals that defy death itself, make sure you subscribe to Strange and Curious Planet, where every week we uncover nature's most mind-bending secrets and the strange science behind them. Have you ever wondered if true immortality exists, not in myth or legend, but right here on Earth? While humans spend centuries chasing eternal youth, a few species have quietly mastered the art of living forever, or at least rewriting the rules of life and death. From jellyfish that reverse aging to worms that regenerate endlessly, these creatures prove that immortality isn't fantasy, it's biology. If immortality had a mascot, it would be the Turritopsis dohrnii, often called the immortal jellyfish. Native to the Mediterranean Sea, this tiny creature possesses one of the most fascinating abilities in the natural world, biological immortality. When faced with physical damage, starvation, or even old age, it performs an extraordinary trick. It reverses its own life cycle. Instead of dying, the jellyfish transforms back into a younger stage known as a polyp, effectively starting life all over again. Scientists describe it as rebooting itself like a living time machine. In theory, this process can continue indefinitely, making death a mere inconvenience rather than an ending. While most jellyfish still die due to predators or disease, Turritopsis dohrnii shows that nature has already written a cheat code against aging. Long before scientists discovered the immortal jellyfish, the freshwater hydra had already baffled researchers. This simple, tentacled organism can regenerate its body from tiny fragments, and, remarkably, it never seems to age. In lab conditions, hydra populations have survived for decades without showing any signs of senescence. That's the gradual biological aging process that affects nearly all living things. Its secret lies in its constantly dividing stem cells, which replace old cells faster than they can deteriorate. If a hydra is cut in half, it doesn't just heal, each half can grow into a complete, independent organism. Some biologists believe that, unless killed by outside forces, a hydra could theoretically live forever. It's not just surviving, it's outsmarting death at the cellular level. Imagine being able to regrow your entire body, brain, organs, everything, from a single fragment. That's everyday life for planarian flatworms. These small, unassuming creatures can regenerate from as little as 1/279th of their original body. Even when cut into pieces, each piece becomes a fully formed new worm. But what truly sets planarians apart is their apparent ability to avoid aging altogether. Their regenerative process relies on a special type of stem cell called a neoblast, capable of forming any cell in the body. So, when scientists took a closer look at planarian DNA, they actually discovered that these worms are constantly renewing their telomeres, those molecular caps that, in humans, usually get shorter as we age. In other words, planarians have, basically found the biological key to infinite youth, and it's just naturally built right into their system. The axolotl, which is a species of salamander native to Mexico, has, long fascinated both scientists and pet owners with its really unusual appearance. It kind of has this permanently smiling face and those feathery gills that never go away. But honestly, the axolotl's real marvel is its refusal to actually grow up. While most amphibians go through metamorphosis to become adults, the axolotl just stays in its juvenile form forever, a condition scientists call neoteny. Still, it matures sexually and can reproduce. And even more amazingly, axolotls are able to regenerate entire limbs, parts of their heart, their spine, and even sections of their brain. In essence, it's an animal that has traded aging for regeneration, keeping its youthful traits indefinitely. Sadly, in the wild, axolotls are critically endangered, a cruel irony for a creature that might hold the secrets to eternal repair. You might not think of lobsters as symbols of immortality, but these crustaceans have a secret: they don't seem to age in the traditional sense. Unlike humans, whose cells stop dividing efficiently over time, lobsters produce an enzyme called telomerase throughout their lives. This enzyme continuously repairs their DNA, keeping their cells young and functional. As a result, older lobsters remain just as fertile and active as their younger counterparts. Some have been found to live more than a century, growing larger and stronger each year. In the freezing depths of the Arctic, the Greenland shark moves slowly, and ages even slower. Scientists estimate that some of these sharks are over 400 years old, making them the longest living vertebrates on the planet. One specimen was thought to have been born around 1620, older than the United States itself. Tardigrades, or water bears, are microscopic creatures famous for surviving conditions that would kill virtually anything else. They've been frozen, boiled, crushed, starved, blasted with radiation, and even exposed to the vacuum of space, yet they come back to life as if nothing happened. So, are these creatures truly immortal? Well, the answer really depends on how you define death. Most of them still die from external causes, like predators, disease, or environmental changes, but what makes them extraordinary is their ability to resist aging, the process that inevitably leads to death in most organisms. For them, time doesn't bring decay, it brings renewal. Scientists studying these species hope to uncover secrets that could one day maybe revolutionize human medicine, from anti-aging treatments to regenerative therapies. Immortality may seem like a fantasy, but these 7 creatures show us that nature has already written its own versions of forever. So, if you're fascinated by the strange, the mysterious, and the scientifically unbelievable, subscribe to Strange and Curious Planet, and join us as we keep exploring the wonders of a world that refuses to die.